Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Neil Details. So we are going to be trying out two new products that I haven't tested out yet. And this is going to be user experience and see how it works. Today we got, where is it? Yum Wash and Yum Foam. So wash is for the wash bucket. Foam is for the foam cannon. It's going to be your pre-treat product. Let's make sure I remove the stopper. Smell. I'm not getting anything heavy from this one, but not really a bad thing. According to directions, they say to add 100 mils of foam to your foam lance or foam cannon. So I got 700 mils of water. So I'm gonna add to 800. Also, to me, 100 mils. Let's see, what is? I'd have to look up the ratio for 100 mils to ounces. Nice red color. And like I said, close enough to 800. Now, Yum Wash. Let's see, let's do the smell test. Smells sweet, like, I don't know, smells good. I'll give it that. I like the smell of this over foam. So it says to add 100 mils into your bucket. So seems like a lot of product. So it should be super lubricated now. There we go. That smell though, fantastic. Pour it in. It is a thicker soap. So what I would do is just rinse out whatever you're using. Like the measuring cup. You use hot water to help dissolve it. Like you can still see it in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that sit and soak. So let me get the vehicle moved out, and I'm going to do wheels and tires off camera, and we are going to jump into this and see how well the products worked and see how the user experience is, how long the foam lasts. It's a little breezy outside, so that might cut down how long foam is going to dwell. And I'm also going to use foam for the second foaming. So let's get this on the road and I'll catch you on the wash. All right, so let's get the show on the road. We got foam and the foam cannon. 100 mils. Let's see how well it foams. Now, fortunately, the vehicle's not really dirty. It just rained today, so that washed off a lot of the heavy grime and junk. But let's see how this goes. Let's adjust this. There we go. the directions say to let the foam sit on the surface for 5 minutes. Considering how clean the vehicle is, I don't think I need to do that. So we'll give it a couple minutes, and while it dwells, let me take you in and let's see how it does, or how it looks. Kill the watch, there we go. So I'm happy with the thickness of the soap. It's got a good consistency to stay on the surface and dwell for, you know, however long it can, depending on your conditions, right? But as we can see, it's pulling off the little bit, if any dirt at all, but we're gonna let it do its thing. I'm not gonna have you guys wait around for 5 minutes. Look at that, this sticker right here. Nice and lubricious. So let me pause. We'll let it do its thing, and let's go in and we'll be back for the rinse off, and let's see how well it rinses off. And it had the paint was protected as well, so let's see if the protection is still there, because this is not supposed to hurt any waxes, sealants, or coatings. So we'll be back here in a couple minutes, so we'll catch you here in a bit. All right, so it has sat and dwelled for a couple minutes. Let's see how the rinse off does, and let's see how the protection underneath is holding up. Protection is holding up, but let's check up top where it's been hurting. So this is actually about what to expect from the Purist hydrophobic shampoo. So it is really good to see that for the most part, it's not killing the protection. Let's check out the hood. Same results. So let's hit a side panel. seems to be holding up really well. I'm not seeing any major negative impact on the hydrophobics after the initial foam. So let me pause. I'm going to finish rinsing off the vehicle. I'm going to do the second foam and we'll be back for the contact wash. And let's see how Yum Foam feels underneath the wash mitt. So I'll be right back and let's see how it does. I'm excited so far. All right, so let's get into the contact wash and let's see how slickness is. Tuck the little cup in so I don't get yelled at. So I'm getting some pretty good slickness from here. The smell is amazing. Fantastic. All right, so let me finish up with the contact wash and then we'll come back real quick for the rinse off and let's see how the protection is holding up after a contact wash. So I'll be right back. All right, so finished with the contact wash. Let's see how the protection held up and ease of rinse off. So it looks like the protection did take a hit. So on the roof, we can see that took a big hit. Let's see how the hood held up. So the hood looks a little better than the roof, but not by much. Front bumper. Yeah, so it definitely took a hit. The rinse is a good, clean, easy rinse. You're not going to fight this product at all to get it rinsed off. Let's see how the side, actually here's a healthy coating panel, well, healthier than the rest. So as you can see, the soap and the contact wash didn't hurt the coating. The temporary protection, you know, the hydrophobic shampoo and the shorter term stuff, it did take a hit. That could very well just be from, I don't know, enough friction from the wash mitt, because I just used my hand to guide. Interesting. It looks like the middle did better. But let me finish rinsing off. I'm gonna dry the vehicle and I will be back with final thoughts. So I will catch you on the outro. All right, so Yum foam and wash. What are my final thoughts on these two products? So start off with foam, you know, do the pre-foam before you rinse. The smell, very mild. I didn't get anything crazy from it. Bunch of dang mosquitoes in here. But it worked. It foamed well. It, you know, it dwelled long enough considering that there was a breeze outside. It didn't kill the protection with just that product because it was just a sealant on the vehicle. Well, mainly on the top, but hey, whatever. So Yum Wash. This was a great product to use. Man, the smell is phenomenal. And it's not a overpowering smell and scent to it, but when you're doing the contact wash, you can really, you know, you get a nice light fragrance from the soap, which is great. You know, you don't want an overpowering one, but it's also not so weak on the same hand that you can't smell anything. With doing the contact wash, both of them rinsed cleanly and there was no issue or struggle to do the rinse. After the contact wash though, is when I noticed that the protection, mainly on the roof, it took a really big hit. Now, there is no longer term protection underneath. So I'm not sure, I don't think it's the soap. I'm pretty sure it's the wash mitt and just, you know, the pressure of the mitt. But I'm okay with that. This car is getting recoated very, very soon, and another paint correction. So, you know, I gotta polish off the G-Technic coating and get it topped off with something new that I'm excited for. So this is gonna be a wrap on this video. Yum foam and wash. Fantastic products. Would I recommend you purchase a gallon? Yeah, if you wanted just, you know, one brand of soap to take care of your pre-clean and your contact wash, you won't be disappointed by these products. I think you'd be very impressed. Yeah, that's it. Will I buy a gallon? I don't think so. I enjoy trying out new products. So just due to that fact, no, I'm not, because there's a lot of other products that I want to try. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. All of the products that I use, well, the foam and wash. I will leave links for in the description below. You can exclusively purchase them online, if you're in the US that is, at the House of Rags. And if you want to save a little bit of money, you can use code MATT10 at checkout, and that'll save you 10% on these products. I do get a small cut if you use my code, and it just helps fund the purchase of new products and helps keep it interesting on the channel. So that's going to be a wraps. I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video.